Are we still chasing bad face trades? No, we managed to master all of the faces. We got our in-loss hungry face win a while back. I think on Silent. How's it going, Raptor OW? Came from the YouTube. Love the videos. Glad to hear it. Hello, welcome. Have a seat. Don't be afraid to ask questions. We're a very question-friendly community here. Fire Bad Matt Good. Thanks for 7 months of support. Hey, glad to hear it, Spectorials. Double Catalyst bad on A20? I don't think so. I think Catalyst is in a position at this point where it's just kind of low-rolled, so to speak. We've seen... I think Catalyst is good, especially in Duplicate. We've just, on our Silent runs, we haven't had the stars align for Poison all that much. We keep getting offered Catalyst before any other Poison card, and I'll usually turn down Catalyst's first card. If it keeps happening, though, I'll start taking them once there's few unmastered cards remaining. Champion Belt Waiting Room, that's right. We have not yet won with the Champion Belt. That's the only relic remaining. If I had to add an Ascension 21, what penalty would I add? I've heard some really good suggestions for what the higher Ascensions can be. There's a number of mods that add Ascension 21 through Ascension 25, so on and so forth. Some are more crazy than others. I found particularly amusing the one that adds double and triple bosses to Act 1 and 2. That's just a crazy mod. But I think -1 energy on the first turn is what I would nominate for Ascension 21. We've already got the minus draw mechanic with the Ascender's Bane. You could give another -1 draw on turn 1 for a further penalty, but I think just -1 energy on turn 1 would be the way to do it. That alone is going to make basically every fight quite a bit harder. With the game already being so difficult as it is, you don't want anything truly crushing, like add a curse every act or something. It's going to be just stifling, truly horrifying. Anyway, what are we picking for our Ironclad start here? These are kind of odd options. Curse start for 14 max health is unusual, but actually kind of interesting. More max health on the Clad does serve him well, that's for sure. When it comes to getting a high Ascension run off the ground, generally speaking, I'm looking to start snowballing my run. And what I mean by that is that I want to get a lot of upgrades and relics and money in Act 1 so that we can leverage that into more strength later in the run. In order to beat the hard on Ascension 20, you have to become very powerful indeed. Every Spire run always visits the same number of floors, crucially, so you have to make the most of every single floor in order to prevail. Defect Danny, thanks for the 6 months in advance sub. A heck and a half year all at once, that's awesome. Logan the Bard, thanks for 31 months, and Monarch Lucifer, thanks for 2, the Bezos bucks. Every fight is Snake Plant. Yeah, some of the curses we haven't mastered, and with relatively few unmastered cards on the Ironclad, maybe we do want to seek out curses more and more. That said, a curse early on in the run is definitely going to make it harder to kill elites, which is what we're looking to do here as the Clad. I think a random rare card could work out very well for us, depending on the card. But we could also remove that curse relatively early if we wanted to. There are early shops, so if we got a curse we don't like, we can get rid of it. Food for thought. As far as the path overall goes, I'm either looking to fight these 2 elites or to get the Burning Elite. Definitely. Let's see here. Actually, no, this path. Yeah, that's looking pretty good, actually. As a path. Could maybe avoid the first elite, take an extra fire instead. Be 2 fires, 2 elites, but I'd rather go for the 3rd elite, especially as Clad here. Especially if I take more max health. Codename Countess, thanks for 3 months of the Prime sub. You know what? Let's do it. Let's take a Curse and 14 max HP here. We get a Doubt, which is a curse we've already mastered. That means I have no reason not to just remove it right away. So I'll probably just do that. In fact, it's also a stinky curse, so I'm going to take as few fights as possible before I get rid of it. Arguably, this is one of the worst curses to start with, and this could immediately put us into a bad situation versus Jawworm, for example. So let's try not to fight Jawworm while we have it. Our goal in the opening combats of Spire is to just optimize the turn to the point where we can preserve as much health as possible. Hello? Fair enough. I did draw all the defense turn 1, so this was inevitable. Inevitable, I tell you. I can't even break the block on you. That's fine. We'll take 7, heal 6. Life will be okay. Life goes on. Most importantly, it goes on without doubt. Good old Floor 1 Dark Embrace. Classic appearance on our runs. Definitely a card that, by the mid to late game, is overwhelmingly powerful. But in the short term, do we prefer a Shrug It Off? Probably. JJ Me, thank you so much for the 5 generous gifted subs. Oh, that's interesting, Beards and Bacon. Forced Elite, no potion drops. At first guess, there are quite a few different things you can do if you were hypothetically rerunning the same seed. Taking a different path leading up to the Elite can cause you to see different card rewards, and that alone can have a big influence on whether that first Elite is beatable or not. Also, if you know which of the 3 Elites you're going to be fighting, you can make better picks for it too. So I think it's very likely that with hindsight you can get through that Elite, but very reasonable to just die to the first Elite as silent. Sometimes it does happen. Yeah, Targaryen. So as I mentioned, I've got a window unit installed in this room, a window AC unit installed in this room, which does necessitate that I can't cover it with a curtain, right? So light has to be able to enter the stream room in order for climate control to occur. It's sort of a damned if we do, damned if we don't. I didn't have AC in this room last year, but it did at times reach 88 degrees in the stream room, Fahrenheit. It's like 30 Celsius. Too hot to work. Won't be doing that again. I guess I could probably put blinds. I might be able to do something. Nothing else I can, like, put construction paper over the window or something, but that's ridiculous. Hex Dragon, thanks for 25 months of support. Far too often, pseudonym. Something I don't like to talk about on the stream in order to, partially to make my content timeless, but for other reasons as well. But yeah, I think about it a lot. And Biggleby, thank you for the resub. Yes, thank you so much for 15 months. Maybe the Spire has a fix. Maybe the Dark Embrace has a fix. I'm just going to take the Dark Embrace. Makes me very tempted to buy a True Grit. Good news is we can afford the on-sale Cleave here, and I think that's just dandy. Cleave is a perfectly fine early card on Clad, does more damage than Strike to one enemy, and if you've got more than one enemy, it's great. Normandy XO, thanks for the 13 months of support. XO Presley has the deck. Of course, then we get offered another card remove, so we can get ahead on card removes. I think Ironclad, especially Ironclad with the Dark Embrace, wants to lose strikes early on. So we're going to lose one strike here. We're also fighting the Guardian later this act, so all the more reason to lose a strike. Despite losing the strike, we have this opening hand against the Jawworm. 'Tis inevitable at times. Jawworm just do make you take 12 sometimes. Looks like we're going to be taking more than that. Oh yeah. This has gone badly. Definitely gone badly. Oh dear. Not like this Jawworm. I should have played Cleave Strike last turn instead of Bash. Heck. He might not be able to take that first elite. Double Heck. Okay, that would have gone much better had we removed a defend, but that's still okay. We mastered Rampage, that's right, we did. Do I take a Clothesline here? It's not very good, but it's acceptable. I think with the deck as it is and no potions, it's now ludicrous to face this elite. We've low-rolled our rewards pretty badly, and we are not going to perform well in any elite fight. So let's take an extra campfire here. Go this way. I like to have optionality in my Spire pathing. This means you can adjust to the card rewards you do or don't get. Somebody was just moments ago asked, when's a good time to boss swap? So you never feel like you get a good boss swap situation. I think, honestly, the best time is when you feel like it. It really changes the feel of your run. But in terms of trying to optimize the power of it, I think the best times for boss swapping are when, A, none of your other options are amazing. You don't have a 250 gold for max health start or a rare relic for max health start. But also when your paths in Act 1 are flexible. You can either go low elite, lots of rest site early on, or you can go high elite, low rest site early on. That means you can adjust to whatever boss relic you got. I think that's the best time to do it. So a map like this is pretty good, with some intense early elite options and some other options that aren't. Alright, remove transform upgrade. Cool. We could snag an extra upgrade here. We want to slap elites hard. We could upgrade, I think Clothesline and Cleave are both good upgrades. We could upgrade Clothesline, Cleave, and Bash, or Clothesline, Cleave, and Dark Embrace, but I think we'd rather just transform a strike here into another new card. A Juggernaut. Huh. That's not better than Strike, necessarily. Although it will help against Guardian. Let's upgrade Cleave first. This is definitely an unusual start to a Clad run. I would not call this good so far. Still very much struggling to preserve our health through these easy pool combats. It's not good. Okay, an attack potion is definitely a good start, at least. I think a headbutt is also quite good, dealing above average damage and putting a card back on top of the draw pile. Really good combination with Cleave here. Do I think some characters have a better starting relic, so some feel worse to boss swap? Yes. I personally dislike swapping on Silent the most, although statistically, I think she actually does perform relatively well with a boss swap. Ironclad also feels difficult to give up with a 6 health per fight on, but again, can perform exceedingly well with a boss swap. So again, it's not to be underestimated, even on the characters who have starting relics that are quite valuable. Yeah, I think this is the right path still. We're going to upgrade Clothesline. Yes. I think Clothesline's quite a good upgrade. You get 2 more damage and 1 more turn a week. If I have both Clothesline and Bash, I prefer to upgrade the Clothesline. This is the higher damage card. Ah. An early Singing Bowl. Yes, boss swap is high variance such that a high roll is always amazing. If you high roll the boss swap, you're always in a better position than any other Meow pick. Roy G. Biv, thanks for the full year. You're heckin' welcome. Gamercat says, any suggestions for doing well on A20? You do okay on Watcher relatively, but you get your ass handed on the other characters. Offense is definitely better than defense on High Ascension. The enemies get much deadlier, but they don't get much tougher, so it pushes the player in favor of heavier damage-dealing strategies. So I generally speaking, advise making your first 2 or 3 pickups attack cards, and prioritizing your early game upgrades on attack cards. At the same time, you need to be able to be aggro and defeat elites here. You have to trade health constantly in order to get stronger so that you can win later fights. No blocks this turn again. Our block draws just have not lined up yet in this Act 1. And sometimes that's what Ironclad A20 is. You just face tank all the damage and kill things back with your attacks, and it works out okay. Holy moly, Impervious is here. Sure, I'll take 30 block. We're struggling to draw blocks on the right turn. How about I just block your entire attack with one really big card? Take that. Against the Lagavulin here, this Juggernaut's actually pretty good. That's exciting. Got 3 turns of sleep here. And this is perfect. Let's go, Clothesline Strike. And now we can headbutt the Impervious for next turn, which I think means we want to go defend, cleave, headbutt. I'd also go defend... No, I can't. I could do bash headbutt, but I'd really prefer not to. Yeah, defend, cleave, headbutt here. That upgraded cleave coming in pretty valuable. My hope is that we can kill this thing before it attacks us again. That might require our attack potion. Seems difficult. Oh, yeah. Alright, we better use this. Oof. Not great. Definitely not great. So bring it to 29 health. Can I do 29 damage in one turn? I don't think I can. Cry of the Wind, thanks for 8 months. It's claddening time. Aren't you clad? Clothesline will only deal 12. Bash will deal 6. No, there's no way I can do the requisite amount of damage. I guess we headbutt Iron Wave. We do Clothesline Iron Wave, but we're going to take 12 more damage next turn. Bummer. This has not gone well. Thinking maybe it was a mistake to headbutt that Impervious. Oh well. We get an Art of War, rewarding us with energy if we don't play any attacks. A Feel No Pain. Feel No Pain is pretty sweet with Juggernaut here. But Uppercut is also pretty good. Weekorg, why is the Ironclad no good at fashion? He keeps choosing colors that clash. How bad is Clash? Extremely bad. Especially when you've got 2-cost powers and skills in the deck. Terrible. Truly terrible. I'll take a Feel No Pain. We're 1 or 2 cards away from greatness. Hopefully this will be Tri-Sentries. Finally, we full block. It's actually tempting to just bash with, to bonk the middle one with Clothesline and kill it outright here, but I think I'm going to go Headbutt Impervious here. Let's see if we can have a better turn next turn. Excellent. Truly excellent. That's my next turn, huh? I'm only going to be able to kill one of them next turn. This one won't attack, though. Okay, so we just kill the front one next turn. Lice can't attack 3 times in a row. That's how I knew this wasn't going to attack. Cool, we get plus 6 HP from this fight. And I think Pummel is actually amazing here, because it not only does immediate damage, but it works with the Feel No Pain. And therefore also the Juggernaut. And we do get triple sentries. Excellent news. In that case, we don't even need Cleave in this fight. All we have to do is play Dark Embrace and the Feel No Pain. And the enemies are going to do the rest for us. This would have been a really good turn to draw the Impervious, though. Maybe I'll just Swift Potion. Seems pretty reasonable. There we go. So I can do Juggernaut Impervious or Feel No Pain Impervious. It's got to be Feel No Pain. Ah, yes, of course. Let's headbutt the Cleave, then. So now, each of these days that they add are going to give us 1 draw and 3 block, which makes us more or less impervious to the attacks of these enemies. Especially with Juggernaut dealing random damage. I think we will take a hit here, yeah. Sayonara. Beautiful. Get a Whetstone, which will upgrade 2 of our attacks. That's pretty good. Can even add an attack before we pick up the Whetstone if we want to. Warcry is actually not too bad in this deck, now that we have a Feel No Pain and a Juggernaut. This could be a 0-cost proc or exhaust, but I think I'd rather have 2 max health. Pummel upgrade, that's pretty okay. We could get another Doubt Curse for money? I don't think so. Not today, Serpent. Not today. Do we upgrade Juggernaut or Dark Embrace? My only regret is that this deck actually doesn't yet to have a renewable exhaust card. Actually, we're not that good at the Guardian fight. I wonder if Guardian will kill us. If I upgrade Juggernaut, I think we'll be okay. But we could definitely get hit on turn 2 for a lot of damage if we don't draw Impervious or the right amount of damage in the early part of the fight. This could go badly. This could definitely go badly. Bash Cleave is a really good start, though. That's likely to be enough damage that we can transform the Guardian here. We have to do 25 on this turn. Can I do that? No, I can only do 13 plus 15, which is not 25. Ah, classic. So we are taking the hit. That's very bad. Or wait, that is more than 25? That is more than 25. I just can't do math. Thankfully, chat's here to correct me when I can't math. So yes, 9 plus 16 is less than 13 plus 15. Yes, we're actually just fine. Good talk. Very good talk. Okay, so Feel No Pain, Pummel, Headbutt. Ignore me. Take a defend back, thank you. Gandalf Bond, thanks for 17 months. Support. Do I play the Embrace and take 5? I think I do. I don't want to draw that card over and over again. Bonk. Take the extra energy next turn, not this turn. Sure. I'm just going to clothesline here. And then this is triple defend. We do get hit by this, but not for that much. And now we have all the powers in play. We should be able to win. definitely an unusual Ironclad deck we've arrived at. See, I was right to expect this fight would be difficult. Probably should have played Defend over playing Strike there. Defend does more damage than Strike does. Ouch. 5 health left. We make it, though. GG. Rewarded with a Fairy in a Bottle, which is going to be a 30% heal of our immense max health, should we perish. Get offered a second Impervious or a second Juggernaut, or I suppose Demon Form here, if we want yet another awkward power to set up. Much rather have 2 Imperviodes. Smithy, thank you so much for the 3 months, the bonk, and Rubam with 33 months. Ouch, indeed. I think based on how that fight went, we probably would have lost if we chose not to play the Dark Embrace initially and decided to block for 5 more health. Because that Dark Embrace redraw would have really punished us. Quite happy with how we played it. Pyramid? My favorite. I love Runic Pyramid. Runic Pyramid says at the end of the turn, you can no longer discard your hand, and that certainly does allow you to do some powerful things. My main problem with Runic Pyramid, though, is that this deck is not that efficient at doing anything. So with only 3 energy per turn, we're going to struggle to output enough either damage or block to accomplish all that much. That said, Art of War makes Runic Pyramid spectacular, so I think it'll be really good overall. If we wanted more energy, we could take either the Philo Stone, giving enemies extra strength, or the Busted Crown, limiting our card rewards. Busted Crown plus Singing Bowl means we can scale our max health a bit more aggressively, but I don't think it's all that good. Let's take a Pyramid. Pyramid is definitely the winner here for me. My favorite relic in Slay the Spire, I think one of the most powerful boss relics there is. It's really good stuff. How do we feel about elites? We're not that thrilled by them, but we don't have any choice except to fight one early. Looks like this is going to be an Act 3 Burning Elite for me. I don't want to go headlong into this with Runic Pyramid. That could be really bad. In that case, I think I like this path the most. Get lots of rest sites this way. That looks quite reasonable indeed. My favorite non-boss relic is probably Pocket Watch. Oh boy. Oh dear. Oh, at least we have a Pummel. Okay, that's fine. Pummel will help here. Angry Birds, they call them. Yeah, at least we have Pummel. Pummel Impervious next turn would be a really good draw. Could do Clothesline Cleave or Bash Cleave. I think I'd rather do Bash Cleave. Ever taken Fusion Hammer and Coffee Dripper? I have. It's actually pretty... Oh, dear. It's actually pretty good if you have a shovel or other relic that you can use at the rest site. What a terrifying pattern from the birds here. Not much I can do about this. We just take 30 here. We didn't draw Pummel or Impervious, so, heck. My face. Ouch. And again into double buff. What curiousness. It's freaking rude, man. Not too discouraged, though. We get a Fairy in a Bottle. And a lot of health. Oh, and I think Body Slam is really good for this sort of deck. Deal damage equal to your block. Don't mind if I do, actually. And Dolly's Mirror is here. Curious. What's Secret Technique? Yeah, Mirror's a little early here. We don't have any good upgraded cards to duplicate. That Impervious Plus would be good. I guess we could duplicate Juggernaut Plus. I would love to duplicate upgraded Body Slam, but I do not want to duplicate unupgraded Body Slam. That's paying 166 gold for an unupgraded common card. No, thank you. This could end up being a mastery card by the end of the run, and I think it's genuinely quite good here. How many clan cards are missing mastery? Only 4 of them, so don't expect to see too many unmastered cards, as 96% of Ironclad cards have already been crossed off the list. Boat Thingy is quite good with Runic Pyramid. This is a no-nonsense, substantial improvement for this deck. Actually, it's probably better than the Secret Tech, now that I noticed it. Yeah, Boat Thingy is really good here. Okay, I'll take Boat Thingy. Easy. Easy Boat Thingy every time. Onward! Boat Thingy, you've betrayed me. No, it's fine. Let's just let Art of War happen here. So we can go Dark Embrace, Defend, Defend? Yes. Impervious is very, very good in Act 2. It seems almost perfectly tuned to allow you to full block enemy attacks in Act 2, even while frail. Notably, this enemy makes you frail and then attacks for 22. And guess what? Impervious blocks for exactly 22 when you're frail. It's just too perfect. Just way too perfect. We Impervious Body Slam this turn. We bring it to 21. It gets 15 more block, goes to 36. I can't do 36 damage next turn, can I? Actually, we do 7 more than that. So 31. That's still not enough. This is where I said struggling with output might be a problem. Okay, so we'll do it this way then. Feel no pain, pummel, defend. Take 5 this turn. Use Impervious next turn. Ooh, Rage Plus. Very good here. Works with Juggernaut, giving us block every time we attack. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful with Runic Pyramid to find this card. Welcome. Uppercut's also good, but not as good as Rage here. Yeah. Couple more subs while I was doing that last fight. Good old Jimmy G, thanks for 6 months. You're at the end of your first year of teaching middle school, and you have taken a lot of inspiration on how to explain things in approachable ways. Wanted to say thanks for the YouTube and Twitch content. So glad to hear it. Rickon80, thanks for 55 months of support. 55 months of Slaying Spires. You keep watching and I'll keep streaming. That's the deal. Stell, thanks for 33. You heckin' welcome. Commence the bunking. Have to take some damage here. There's no way to full block that I see. Triple defend, take 3. We could go rage, clothesline, headbutt, also take 3. I think I'd rather triple defend, get 1 more energy for next turn. Also do the Juggernaut damage. Excuse you. Bash, feel no pain, pummel. It's a cute way to do that. Delightful. Juggernaut really is quite a blessing. Armaments can be amazing with Runic Pyramid, especially with an upgrade. Upgraded armaments upgrades every other card in our hand. And with Runic Pyramid, that can be a lot of cards. Disarm can also help quite a bit in lowering the damage output of one enemy. Very useful against the Book of Stabbing especially. But I think with Runic Pyramid here, it's gotta be armaments into upgrade armaments here. It's such a powerful multiplier for this deck, letting us upgrade the Impervious, the Body Slam, the Feel No Pain, all of it all at once. Yeah, Apotheosis at home, exactly. Too valuable here, in my opinion. And I would love to fight the Red Mask Gang, make our enemies even weaker on turn 1, more turn 1 protection. This could be a difficult fight. But when the alternative is losing all of my money, I don't mind too much. Bear no, they said. Come on, Art of War, do your job. Bear, yes. Bear with me. Bear down on them. I wonder if I want to duplicate one of these cards. We're at 50% chance to get another potion here, although Dupe Pot's very important going into that next fight. We almost assuredly want to KO Romeo this turn. Fast Strike Pummel would do that reliably and give us 15 block. We could also just go 4 attacks here. Strike, 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 Pummel. And we'll block for 20 and do 4 times 7 random damage. That is pretty good. Let's just do that. Although we might not actually kill Romeo. Oh, actually, Clothesline guaranteed kills Romeo. From this position. Double Strike would have to randomly hit Romeo one time. I don't love that. Okay, let's just do that. So we take a bit of damage here. That's fine. And Headbutt. Impervious Body Slam is a guaranteed Romeo kill. I think we're out of the fight from here. Although... this turn might actually hurt a bit. Can't do 41 damage with our hand here. No way to draw a card here. Let's just do this then. Take a little bit more. Okay, pretty good Red Mask Gang fight. Blood Potion is excellent. I guess maybe we should have used the Dupe Pot. I could discard Fairy Bottle to pick up and drink the Blood Potion. And I love Burning Pact here, letting us exhaust a card in our hand and draw a bit more. This is going to be essential for winning the champ fight. Or actually the collector fight, excuse me. We're not fighting champ. Still good. Maybe the correct answer is don't pick up this Blood Potion. What a weird answer that would be. That does feel kind of correct, actually. Huh. Alright, I'm gonna do that. These potions are better than the Blood Potion. We absolutely need to be able to kill one of the slavers early, if that's what we're fighting. We're not fighting slavers, thankfully. We're fighting Gremlin Leader. And we have double Fat Gremlin, which is its own sort of problem. I cannot kill either of these Fat Gremlins turn 1. That's quite bad. Incoming damage is 6 plus 12, 18. I think we want to clothesline this Gremlin. Although that would mean Gremlin Leader not being weak. Maybe we just want to clothesline the Gremlin Leader. Oh, I'm sure I'm going to regret that. Let's find out. Maybe we have to dupe pot this Juggernaut. That might be it. Definitely feels like something we need to do. Gremlin Leader will attack us next turn, which is fine. We can use Armament's Impervious. Pick off a Gremlin with Body Slam. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, I think we need to dupe Juggernaut to win this fight. Otherwise, we just can't deal with the minions here. Cryptolo, thanks for 13 months. The other option is maybe dupe Impervious next turn and use it with Body Slam and just kill the Gremlin Leader. Actually, that might be even better. Dupe Impervious or Body Slam. Weak and Frail makes Body Slam do comparatively so little damage, though. We'll dupe the Jug. Let's see how it goes. Perfection. I'm going to go Feel No Pain, Impervious. Good start. I like it. Certainly a lot of damage. Double Fat Gremlin again. What is your game, sir? Get out of here. Absolutely ridiculous. Don't be like this. We can Frail anyway, so what does it matter? Okay, that wasn't too bad. We get a Guria, allowing us to lift at rest sites to gain strength permanently. That's interesting. With the Armaments Plus, I don't totally dislike this. Would give us an improvement on our front load, make the cleave a lot deadlier. I think we should lift 1 or 2 times. Makes pummel quite good too. Actually, yes, it does. Okay, sure. Gain some strength. Hit the gym. Poor Jim, he never deserved it. Boat thingy. We're 2/3 of a boat. We now gain block on turn 1 and turn 2. This is really shaping up to be a great run. Yeah, really shaping up to be a great run. Double bow thing is such an addition of value to any deck, really. Okay, well, I don't love this. Kill the rat. I think we should kill the parasite first, though. If possible. Might not be possible. Wouldn't that be a bummer? Burning Pact first here. Bummer. Definitely a bummer. Alright. No easy outs for us, then. And the fact that you're doing this attack is extra insult added to injury here. But we can do some hot nonsense. Lock 20 that way. Second win with an upgrade. Exhaust all non-attack cards in our hand, gaining block for each card exhausted. This is exactly the sort of thing a Runic Pyramid deck wants to see, especially when that deck has Feel No Pain and Dark Embrace in it. Actually pretty tempting to rest here. Let's just lift a second time. Let's keep gaining strength here for the short term. Facing a Book of Stabbing. Quite a threatening opponent. Book of Stabbing has a very large health pool. We need to do a lot of damage all at once to KO this thing. Let the Art of War put in some work here. Oh boy. It's really hoping to see Juggernaut or Dark Embrace. Let's do this for the moment. Okay, we could do Armaments Defend. That's pretty good. Let's skip playing any of these attacks to get Art of War again. Yeah, here we go. Body Slam at the very bottom is quite terrible. Let's go Juggernaut Impervious. I should have used this Impervious. And then we can do Impervious, Second Wind, Body Slam. Juggernaut goes absolutely mental. Not bad. Definitely not bad. Sentinel Puzzle. First time we lose health, draw 3. That's pretty good. Shrug, a Warcry, or a Headbutt. Shrug is just fine. Let's add a Shrug. Good corruption fuel, should we find it, too. Speaking of, let's jump into a shop here. We can remove another strike or potentially add a key power to this deck. Like another Feel No Pain. Exhume is also very potent. Although I can't get them both. I'm very happy with Feel No Pain card remove here. Brimstone is kind of like a power that makes enemies stronger. Don't value feed that much in decks that are doing power-based damage. Juggernaut really makes feed kind of comparatively terrible. We get to choose one of 20 cards to add to the deck. That is also very valuable. Sentinel Unmastered. We're offered feed again. How lucky. What about Entrench or Disarm, though? I think we want Sentinel. It's one of the few unmastered cards. And very good with what the deck is doing, right? We have Second Wind and Burning Pact to get rid of it. Not sleeping to lift? No, we don't need to sleep. Don't be ridiculous. Sleep is for the weak. I'm going to upgrade this Body Slam before we lift a third time. I have no fear whatsoever of the Collector here. None, I tell you. I'm going to headbutt this Armaments. Like so. Perfect. So this is Arma, defend, body slam, or what is this? Block for 23. That won't be enough to kill. So I have to use the impervious if I want a full block. Right, let's do it this way. Impervious, cleave, body slam this one. And this turn I'm just going to Juggernaut defend. Juggernaut's crucial to winning this fight. Crucial, I tell you. Perfect. So do I simply second wind all of this right now? Probably not rage. You want to play rage second wind? Yes, we do. Easy. Ooh. It's tempting to second wind again, but without being actually attacked, I think it's overkill here. Go body slam, headbutt the body slam, impervious, body slam, and then we can just play second wind here. Yeah, very unafraid of Collector. Dow Cash, thanks for 4 months of support. It's good to see everybody, it sure is. And does this deck want a Fiend Fire or an Offering? Fiend Fire is pretty nutty, allowing us to exhaust our entire hand. You play the cards you want to keep before you Fiend Fire, then you delete everything else. But with the second wind, I don't know that we need it, actually. Offering with Puzzle is very nice. I think I'll take an Offering here. We got enough hit points. Let's just do it. Regen Potion will help also. And we can take either Velvet Choker, limiting us to 6 cards per turn, Calling Bell, giving us a unique, unremovable curse, and 3 new relics, or Sacred Bark to double our potions. Double Strength Farina Bottle is kind of cool for this run. Double Strength Regen Potion, also very nice going into Act 3, so it's actually a better than normal Sacred Bark. I could see Calling Bell being okay. But I think I'm going to take the Bark. Let's do it. Double Strength Potions with Runic Pyramid. This means buying a potion in the final shop of the act could be really important. Have to go to the Burning Elite here. Might as well take some events too. Sure, why not? I'm going to go to 2 shops. Absolutely no, I don't. Do something like this. Double Strength Fairy is now 60% of our max health that we heal instead of 30%. Kind of cool. Bonk. Uppercut again with a plus on it. It's not bad. It's not bad. Kind of expensive, though. You don't really have the energy for it. Don't pummel the spiker. Pro tip. Tend to have a bad time when that happens. I love Juggernaut. Entropic Brew. Entropic Brew, kind of weird if we don't get a potion belt, though. I'm going to leave that on the ground. That's perhaps the first time I've done that with an Entropic Brew. Smell you later, Entropic Brew. Receive 2 Madness. Actually, Madness seems kind of amazing in this deck. Let's try them. Something in you cracks. Only the truly mad can understand a place like this. These Madnesses can create a card that is 0 cost for the rest of the fight, in addition to being exhaust cards, which is what I like about them here. Sometimes that's going to be really good, sometimes that's going to be mostly worthless. We'll see, I suppose. Free Bash is exciting. $20 regen? How much health is that? 20 plus 19 plus 18, so on and so forth. There's a formula for this. Like 11 times 20 or something? It's not 20 factorial, no. No, 210 they say. 20 times 21 divided by 2. Okay, so yeah, not 11 times 20, but 10 and a half times 20. That's right. That's a lot of health. Not that we can actually benefit from all of it. Dual wield, though. Oh my. With Madnesses especially is coming into the deck here. Dual wield means we can maybe kill Transient here. Just like straight up. Although this fight is quite nasty. Speak good fight for the regen potion, actually. Take some damage on purpose here. Maybe I'm gonna do that. This is going towards infinite. Like, we could maybe get towards an infinite, but this is not going to be needing to get anywhere near infinite. Because all we have to do is redraw through the deck 2 or 3 times, and we'll do 1,000 damage. So it's going to be decidedly finite, because it will kill anything before infinite even comes close to occurring. Do this. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Keep the Impervious and the Body Slam. And more. Getting Juggernaut in play seems basically essential. Here we go. Excellent. this turn we can just play Second Wind, and we win. $70 damage from Juggernaut. Easy peasy. Shockwave plus, or perhaps better yet, the second Sentinel officially giving us a card to master on this run. Pretty much seems required, yeah? Let's do it. We can win without that Shockwave. Taking events. Dawn! Good friend Dawn the Red Mask gives us 222 gold. Maybe we'll go this way, actually. Good reason to go to an extra shop now. And let's lift for the third time. Yeah, otherwise, what are we even doing? That's right. What are we even doing? No blood vial for me today, thank you. Alright, it's not a super Reptomancer, that's already a good sign. Do I dual wield Dark Embrace? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, poor Giant Head is going to have a really bad time here. Let's just say it's going to be gnarly. Two. Alright, Madness, what do you got? 3 dual wield. Not what I was hoping for, but I do like it. Let's do this. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, let's go headbutt first. Headbutt dual wield. Easy peasy. Poor Giant Head did not stand a chance indeed. Evolve not so good with Runic Pyramid. Let's just keep taking max HP here. Double Orb Walkers. This is a pretty dangerous fight. These two deal a lot of damage very quickly. You have to be able to kill one very fast in order to be able to deal with this fight. They also add a lot of statuses to the draw pile. That said, I think we have the tools to defeat these foes. And even if we don't, we have a regen potion to heal for a lot of the damage that we might take. So I think this will be doable. This is an excellent turn 1. Draw me 7 cards. This is the end of the run. You'll be sad. Well, fear not. This will not be the end of the run. Not when I can do this. Yeah, not when I can do that. Easy peasy. Bloodletting is absolutely enormous for this deck, allowing us to gain energy for a little bit of health loss. Got plenty of healing anyway. If we wanted to try to maybe master a second card, we could grab a Sever Soul here and hope that we find another one. But the Bloodletting is much better, so I'm going to grab that. No hope of a duplication. We've already seen Dolly's Mirror on this run. This could be an ugly fight, actually. Next turn's gonna be gnarly here. Okay. This does 25. That's good. Kill you. And this is going to draw a lot of cards. Let's Madness first. Perfect. Deck's pretty much invincible now. Easy peasy. Kunai. If we play 3 attacks in 1 turn, gain a dex. Elixir is kind of interesting. Second Dark Embrace is probably quite excellent. Let's keep the current potions. Kunai GG, as they say, although I don't think that actually applies here. Oops. That's not right. Double explosion. Explode all you want. See fuck here. Ooh, Exhume, Bloodletting, or Intimidate. Let's take an Exhume. Exhume can get back Madness, Offering, any exhausted card other than that, Pummel, Impervious, and so much more. I think it's really quite excellent here. There is a Mummified Hand, giving us a discount whenever we play a power card. We could grab Master of Strategy or Bandage Up, which are both quite good. More cards turn 1 with Bag of Prep. Lots of great options here. And of course, card remove is excellent as well. So I think we could reasonably just spend all our money right now. Hand is excellent, especially with the dual wield, right? We can make more powers. Let's grab a Mummy Hand. And probably a Bag of Prep. Heck it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Sacred Bark has been totally awful so far, yes. Yeah, I think we'll end up winning without needing to use it, actually. That's okay. Let's defend free, okay. Hit me. Not at all afraid of Awaken 1 here. This is absolutely a fight we can sort of break the game in. I should play this before I double Madness here. Probably need to offer him here. Fair enough. Region play. Good. Okay. I think the situation's now under control here. We can do quite a few interesting things. Let's do this. Play one and delete everything. And then do this. Now you're dead. It's that easy. Headbutt dual wield, play second wind. Dual wield body slam. Kerblam. And now for this nerd. Yeah, Kunai really putting in the work, right? Sure is trying. So we'll just play an Impervious here. We do essentially the same thing to Time Eater that we just did to the Awakened one, which is absolutely break face. In a very filthy way. Excuse you. Free second wind, I like it. Alright, just delete all this garbage? Just delete all this garbage. Could Exhume dual wield to make more Juggernauts. Or more Body Slams. That seems reasonably appropriate, actually. But second wind? Don't have Burning Pact, huh? I can just headbutt dual wield and do this nonsense again? Okay, that's fun too. Yeah, just headbutt dual wield. This and this. We might need to play a couple more cards. Yeah, not quite. Might as well play the Bloodletting then. Still healing to pull. There we are. Boop, bop, bibbity. GG. Two thump, a deep pulsing dread can be felt out the room. Is this the heart of the spire, the source? of this Sentinel Mastery. Deal 2091 damage and bonk your way through. And I guess we can upgrade one card, upgrade a Madness so that one Madness doesn't upgrade the other one. Upgrade the Dark Embrace. Doesn't matter too much. Alright, wouldn't it have been able to master anything? That's good. Can add a blind for some weak here if we want. It's not bad. I don't think it's necessary, but it's not bad. Power Through's nice with Second Wind. Power Through can definitely do some fun things here. But if we draw it too early, it could be an issue. I think we'll just go with less cards rather than more. We want to swap for one of these other potions? I don't think so. Let's face these nerds. Once and for all. Ouch. Very much ouch. I guess we have good use for the regen potion at least. Do this to make room in hand, but then I get one less energy. I don't think it's worth it. Now what I want Power Through? Power Through on this turn one would have been actually a perfect example of Power Through being terrible. Because sure, it would block a little bit of damage, but it clogs our hand, and it's going to make the fight disastrous in the long term. I don't care about taking 20 damage on turn 1. I care about taking 30 damage turn 2 and 50 damage turn 3 if my hand is full of wounds. Much worse. Definitely much worse. Okay. I'm gonna drink this now. It's a pretty good rage. The pain made headbutt free. Exhume is free. Okay, we're headed in the right direction here. Play Offering now. Let's feel no pain a second time. Which made Clothesline free. Rage, Juggernaut, Burning Pact. Oh, here we go. Well, maybe. There we go. Excellent. Don't want to kill them both right now, although I probably could. Because we want this regen to benefit us. Yes, we could absolutely kill them both here. I shall deliberately refrain. Now we can just win because the Burning Blood will take us to full. We get a Mango! 113 max health for the heart here. If we want an Entrench, we can take one, although again, I do not think it is necessary. I'm just going to take 2 more max health, go to 115. And if we should use the Fairy in a Bottle, it'll heal us for 60% of 115. Slam jam, thank you, ma'am. Draw me some cards. That's a nice heal, that's right. Sure is. Kunai here, we can do Bloodletting, Cleave Strike, Clothesline. Clothesline's quite good. Gets cards out of my hand? Sure, I'll do this. Sure. Upgrading both Imperviodes is pretty good. What else needs upgrading? Not much. Take 2 damage? That's fine. This is a little bit more problematic. 3 Dark Embrace. I don't think I need to dual wield this, because we already have 2. Take Madness back. Okay, that I can dual wield. And I think that's actually quite a good dual wield target. Great place for second wind, actually. Back dual wield? Yes. So what is this? Defend, rage, dual wield, second wind. Sorry, Impervious Plus. It's not your day. Here. We did get a free shrug. Cute. So I can dual wield the Pummel more here if I want to. Not sure I want to, although they do block for quite a bit each. Let's do this first. Now we're just going to second wind here. GG. Got him. Be free, my double fairy friend. Be free. Yeah, Sacred Bark not exactly contributing a whole lot during that run, but still very, very strong. Really all we needed was Runic Pyramid Art of War for this run. Everything else was just a formality. GG. GG. So, another one crossed off. Sentinel's done, meaning I think there's only 3 cards left for the Ironclad. Very cool. Very, very cool. Now, what has it been done? The spire sleepeth, and so shall I. GG. WLand Smithy says, 3 energy wins are always impressive. I guess you could consider this a 3 energy run, but I'll point to several things. 1, Art of War was a lot of energy. 2, Mummified Hand was a lot of energy at the very end there. 5 energy per combat. And moreover, we had Bloodletting and Offering to provide additional energy. We also had zero-cost cards, the Body Slam and the Madnesses. So lots of different ways that we're cheating energy into play here, even though we didn't have any direct energy per turn. We had relics that gave us energy and cards that gave us energy. Oh, and Sentinel, too. That's right. Inslee says, have we ever won an A20 run without taking any damage? I have won an Ascension 20 Watcher run where I took damage in only one fight. That fight, of course, being the most difficult fight in the entire game, Jawworm. So we've had a run, we've had an almost perfect Watcher run. We took damage to Jawworm and then never again. That's the closest we got. Defect Danny says, how reliable of a pick and upgrade do I feel that Darkness is on the defect, especially Act 1, early Act 2? Really good way to kill your Act 1 boss, and Act 1 elites in general. It does a ton of damage, but requires that you be able to evoke it, which can be quite difficult if you don't combo either card manip cards like Hologram or Rebound, or more Orb Gen, Cool-Headed, Cold Snap, Ball Lightning, just anything that can channel more orbs makes it a lot better. The biggest weakness to Darkness is that it always targets the weakest health enemy, which means that if you're in a multi-enemy fight, your Dark Orbs will often be overkill and inefficient. So that means you want to pair Darkness with either high damage attacks to let you pick off weak health enemies, or area damage so that you can kill the low health summons before using your Dark Orb as a nuke on the boss or whatever, Gremlin Leader or Collector. So Darkness on its own, not all that reliable, unfortunately, because of multi-enemy fights being a real problem for Defect, but if paired with other front-loaded damage, can do very, very well as a way to kill bosses. Yes, Spire Fox, that is the Jawworm that I talked to Jorbs about. And Jorbs even ended up running that seed himself. Chose a slightly different line through the fight, ended up taking like 33 still to that Jawworm. He was doing like a Jawworm sample size or something, just fighting the first 3 combats, and found it to be an exceptionally above average Jawworm in terms of damage. Wow, well done, Amber Autumn Faybrook. You've been doing your own mastery challenge on an A1, and yesterday mastered Necronomicurse as the first curse. I'm very jealous. I think the rule we came up with, Spirefox, was that if Silent draws 3 strikes on turn 1, you have to play at least 2 of them. That's the heuristic I remember. My favorite conclusion from that, actually, was that Jorbs concluded that my heuristic was wrong, and that I made the correct play in taking 47 damage to Jawworm. I was just playing right, and it just happened anyway. That's what he decided. He might be right, too. No, I don't remember when that almost perfect run was. Do not put me on pizza. That was a very long time ago, so it wasn't this year or last year. That's all I know. It's definitely a good reminder to respect the Jawworm. Alright, Silent is going to be up next. We're going to do at least one more. I don't know how long I'm going to stream for today, as I am feeling under the weather. I'm going to take a quick break here, refill the legs, stretch the water. Take some cough syrup. That sort of jazz. Grab a quick snack. Back in a few minutes when I return. The Spire continues. BRB, everybody. Don't go nowhere.